It's often said, behind every great man, there stands a great woman. This expression also applies to football. The proof can be found in these four players who gave everything to keep their promise. Number 1, Gerard Piqué. It's the most famous couple in the world of football. But one question remains. How did Piqué manage to win over Shakira's heart? They met for the first time in Madrid, on the set of the music video for Waka Waka, the memorable anthem of the 2010 World Cup. Piqué had asked her for her number, and nothing would ever be the same. Shakira left for South Africa to perform during the opening World Cup ceremonies. Piqué told himself it was the right time to get to know the Colombian singer. He sent her a text message. "What's the weather like in South Africa?" It was the worst pickup line ever. But Piqué was surprised to see the long response to his stupid question. Shakira gave him updates on the weather throughout the day. He told himself, "Jesus, this woman isn't normal." The future lovebirds texted one another throughout the whole competition. But Piqué's only chance to see her again was to get to the finals, where the singer would perform for the closing ceremonies. So Piqué said to Shakira, "I am going to win the World Cup just to see you again." And he won. Number 2, Lorenzo Insigne. Without his wife, Insigne would have never become the star he is today. She motivated him to give his all for the chance to play with Napoli. Insigne grew up in the suburbs of Napoli, which is where he met Jenny. "From the moment I saw her, I knew that I wanted to be with her." The only problem was that when they met, he was playing with Pescara and lived 250 kilometers away from the woman of his dreams. Jenny's parents didn't approve that she moved to Pescara, so the Italian striker worked like never before to become the best. He scored 19 goals that season, catching the attention of the Napoli coach, who had told him, "If you want a place here, you have to earn it." And that's exactly what he did. He did everything out of love for his childhood club, but mostly for Jenny. Number 3, Luis Suarez. When Suarez played in Uruguay at 15, his path crossed with Sofia's. It was love at first sight. At 15, I met the woman who made me realize just how much football meant to me. From then on, only two things mattered for Luis: football and Sofia. But the fairy tale didn't last. Sofia left to move back home with her family in Barcelona. Luis worked like a machine. He wanted to be the best. He hoped to be recruited by a club in Europe so he could be closer to the love of his life. Luckily, he was recruited at 19 by Netherlands side FC Groningen. Suarez continued to work hard in order to make his dreams come true by joining FC Barcelona. His story proves that you should always believe in your dreams. Number 4, Ivan Rakitic. For Rakitic, everything began in 2011, right before he signed with Seville. When he got to his hotel in Spain, it was already night out. He asked his brother to have a drink with him at the hotel's bar before heading to bed. A drink that would change his life. He immediately fell under the charm of the hotel waitress. When his brother asked him what he was going to do, Rakitic answered, "You see this woman? I'm going to play here in Seville and get married to her." The next day, the Croatian midfielder signed with FC Seville and decided to live a while in the famous hotel. Each morning, he saw his beautiful waitress. Each morning, he asked her how she was doing. Each morning, he asked her on a date. After 7 months, Raquel finally accepted. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. Even harder than winning the Champions League. And it nearly took just as long. These stories prove that you should never give up. Nothing is impossible when it's done for love. We want to hear from you. How did you win your partner's heart? How important is your partner in your everyday life?